Come on.
What's up, Reef News Network? Jeremy St. Louis here, aka the Optimistic Reefer. I am your favorite co-host on the Reef News Network podcast, and I'm here today to walk you through my tank, the Optimistic Reef. It's a 265-gallon display. That would be 7 feet long, 2 feet wide, 30 inches tall. I actually would love to flip those dimensions and have it stay the 7 feet long, but be 30 inches wide and 24 tall. So maybe someday we are in for an upgrade or a little change. But for right now, this is my dream tank. It is awesome. I grabbed this tank used for a phenomenal deal. It does have a couple of scratches. I'm not freaking out about it too much. They're not ideal. But you know what? If you buy something used, sometimes it's not perfect. So what we're going to do today is a little walkthrough. I'll go through all my filtration, the tank itself, and what I'm using for equipment. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you have questions, please leave a comment. I hope you love the YouTube channel. Our admin team is doing a killer job getting this going, so let's get to it right away, and we'll walk you through what we got going on for filtration. All right, y'all, so here's what we got going. Filtration for this tank is a 75-gallon sump tank that I had custom baffles from eBay. They were meant for a 40 breeder, but the dimensions are actually the exact same for a 75 width-wise. So I took those, siliconed them in with my good friend Bob Winfrey, who also helped me with the plumbing. So big shout out to Bob. Everybody should have a Bob. Look at that beautiful red and white plumbing. Awesome. I'll show you that on the back as well. It's really cool. But for the filtration, we're looking at a first chamber where the water comes in, it's low, it flows up and through 3 filter cups with floss in them, down through some rubble, and out the bottom portion of the second chamber. That's going to go right into my light reactor from Reef Octopus. I absolutely love this piece of equipment. I've talked to you guys about it before on the podcast. I will show you the harvests. Take a look at my Instagram and some of my posts to see how thick the Chaeto that grows in there is and how quick it happens. I'm harvesting at least once a month and getting a full chamber out of each, so it's an awesome product. If you're looking for something for nutrient export, this is a great option. Next, the water flows out of that right into the skimmer chamber. Now, this is a JNS skimmer. I got this also on a trade. This is exactly same as the Aquamax CO3 skimmer, so it's the cone skimmer from Aquamax. Really nice big pump. It runs on a Seche, one of our sponsors. You can't go wrong with a Seche pump. Skimmer pumps, they're unreal. The pinwheels are great. The foam is thick. I actually cleaned that cup out yesterday, or just a few hours ago really, and it's already starting to get a nice little thickness of nasty skimmate right in there. Then the last chamber is actually where my return pump is, and I have a 500 watt Finex heater in each the skimmer and the return chamber. Back behind the return pump, you'll see a little puck. That's the Reef Breeders ATO. One of my favorite pieces of equipment from Reef Breeders. I love all their products, but this is an awesome one. It works great. It's been nonstop. You can also see that my wire situation is not cleaned up. It is a mess. And next to that is a 20-gallon long that is used as my ATO vessel. So I have all of 20 gallons full of kalkwasser in there, so you can see that I have a pipe that I every once in a while stir it up with. That's just a little extra PVC. But little return pump for the ATO, pumps in directly to the return chamber, and keeps me at a nice level and stable parameters. Some other equipment we have going on in this system that you're not seeing in this shot that's going to be featured, we'll go over in just a moment. I'll go through all of my control and then my lighting and flow next. Alright, so here's the brains of the system. We're running an Apex 2016. Right below the EB832 is the Varios control head, and then right next to that we have an MP40 controller, which is actually being controlled by the Hydros. So that's a Hydros wave engine. To the right you see those blinking lights. That is working right now 2 Gyre XF 350s and 2 the Ice Cap 3000s. So I have in this tank 1 MP40, 2 Gyre XF 330s, and 2 Gyre 3000s or 3Ks. Really nice. All of that is actually run through the Hydros, which I love. The return pump is run on its own, so I can do my own feed cycles if I so choose. And then the Apex is running my probes. I have 2 pH probes, temp probe, and 1 of the salinity probes going off of that. So overall, I think it's a really interesting system. I want to add a lot more to the Apex, and that's coming up soon. Lots of work to do. I have down here, getting ready to be installed, a beautiful calcium reactor. I use the Aquamax T2 as my main chamber, a Geo as a secondary chamber, and then I custom built my own stainless steel dual gauge regulator to control the CO2 drip and or CO2 release. So really neat, lots going on. Currently dosing 2-part in this system and having some good success with it. Seeing some good growth, some ups and downs obviously, but overall this brain system's working. Let's talk about lighting and flow next. So lighting this beast, we have an Aquatic Life T5 HO fixture, the 61-inch model with 4 ATI bulbs, actually 3 ATIs and 1 Geissman right now. In between that I have 3 Hydra 52 HDs. On the end cap on the right hand side I have another Hydra 52 HD, and on the opposite end I have a Hydra 26 HD. Tons of light for the system. There's no reason there shouldn't be enough provided, and kind of fell into it as I came up on a trade for that last Hydra 52, so I moved the 26 from one of my cube systems as I broke it down and used that on the other end cap where I have that giant frog spawn. Loving this lighting overall, great control, really nice. Now let's get to some video of the system itself. Beautiful full frontal shot of the optimistic Reef. Current inhabitants include a captive raised, gold line rabbit, Nassau tang, Desjardins sailfin tang, a beautiful purple and yellow tang, and a Scopus tang. We have a Procula clown. I have in here a beautiful lawnmower blenny and one of the really nice Molly Miller blennies, great utility fish. There's a Scott's fairy wrasse and a Melanaris that's fantastic, along with a blue star leopard, 2 green chromis, a purple-headed filefish, a couple peppermint shrimp, and also a cleaner shrimp. So really nice livestock, super happy. I have coming a couple more additions down the road. I'd love to add an Achilles to this system, and I have a great little secret that you'll have to listen into a future podcast to find out about, currently growing out in my frag tank. So really cool stuff, great looking fish, very happy with the fish selection and the livestock so far. They are eating like pigs and really happy, and some great corals as well. Alright, so here we go. You can see my clown playing in that big frog spawn, really nice bicolor. You get the purple and green splatter spawn. Also down here you can see some Fruit Loop zoas, pink diamonds, a few rainbow incinerators, some of the rainbow infusions, a couple other zoas, really nice alien eye chalice, the Reef News Network orange galaxy shrooms growing out right there. My chalices, that's a cornbread 3G, and that's a Meng's mummy eye over here. Oh yeah, see the color change there? Beautiful. Growing out on this disc is actually a Goku chalice. It's in really nice shape. I just fragged it. You can see the healthy growth all around because I clipped the center. These are the frags of it down here. We'll have 3 of those ready. I'll do some trading with friends. Growouts of Spongiotes and Incredible Hulk and Acropora. A little of the Bizarro Sophastria, another alien eye chalice right there. This one I got in on trade from someone, and it's a plate coral. It's rough shape. I traded them because they were worried it was going to die all the way, but it does actually look like it's got some new growth tissue, and it could make a bounce back. Here's my little Zoa garden. Really nice. Check out all those purple monsters in the back. Bicolor hammer. This is a piece out actually from my buddies at the Marine Science Magnet that got it from Joe Yaulio's system. So really nice. That's from Long Island. And a couple pieces. That's a classic. That's that Garf Bonsai. Old school, beautiful coral. Take a look at this fuzzy monster. That came up from OSA, and it is growing beautifully. Really nice. Fully encrusted onto the rockwork. Gotta love that. This is one of my oldest Leptoceras. I have gotten this piece and a very similar one that's growing in a lighter color, both from John Swanson over at the Frag Farmers Market. My first one about 7 years ago. So really, really cool piece. This is one of my favorite pieces in the tank. It's a gorgeous Bower Bank eye. A little Blasto Garden frag of a tricolor Validia right there. This was also a rescue from a friend. They were having issues because a fish was picking at it. Brought it into the system. It's healed up beautifully. Great looking piece. And then we'll take a look. Enjoy. There's that Arc-Eye Hawk that was featured on Instagram last week for the Reef news page. You can see him, he just loves to chill in the coral. Very cool fish. It's a newer piece from the Marine Science Magnet as well. Really interested in how this grows out. It's shown little hints of yellow on some of the tips, but overall beautiful, simple, and interesting growing piece. Really like the growth pattern of that. That's a classic tricolor Validia. Some rainbow stylo. Just got this from a buddy. That's a red Sophastria. Really, really neat. Popping out and taking a look. There's that Setosa. There's a little red cap growing right in with it, and this beautiful acro that's just got great color. Alright, thank you all so much for taking a look at my tank. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting together this video for you so you can take a look. If you have questions, comments, have suggestions, I will listen and I'll answer as best as I can on any of the questions. Now, I would love it if you could go ahead and smash that thumbs up and the subscribe button so you get notifications for when we have new content coming out. We have an awesome admin team helping us out over at the podcast to get this out to you. We want tons of media. We want to be the biggest in the business. We are growing and growing, just like the system, just like your system. We're doing everything we can to make it awesome for you. Make sure you check out the Facebook page, Reef News Network Podcast. Check out our Facebook group, the Reef News Nation. You guys are amazing. It's an awesome group already. I think we're nearing 1,000 members, which is absolutely insane. So thanks so much. Have a good one and stay fishy, friends.